YouTube gaming community. It's WillGraham13 again. Part 2 to the 100 subscriber Extravaganza. I'm going to go ahead and start this out because I got too much stuff I need to get going on here. So, this wasn't originally in my pickups. Actually found this on Craigslist. There was this guy who had an ad up, was selling a console. And it was one of the consoles that I had, but it's sealed and boxed. And so I'm not going to, it's more of a rare system, and I'm not going to open it up. So I was happy when I seen an ad for a $40 3DO. And works great. It's in great shape. The only thing it didn't come with, it came with the hookups. Of course, the power supply is connected to it. But the guy, he was like, whenever I went to go pick it up, I go to his trailer, and he's like, yeah, man, I would have definitely sold it for more than 40 bucks. I just don't have a controller. If I'd had a controller, I'd have sold it for a lot more. So I had a spare controller that was lying around. So for 40 bucks, I was so psyched to pick up a 3DO to play. So let's set that down here. A game came with it too. And the game was, let me go through all this stuff. I guess I should have had all this stuff ready, but I tried. Alright, two games came with it. Gex, but it's just the disc only, and it's still in the tray. And the Daedalus Encounter he gave me, and it's got all 5 discs. So Tia Carrere is in it. It's a full motion video game so far. I really haven't played too much of it, but it doesn't look too bad. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really get into the gameplay. I just kind of watched the beginning intro movie and stuff, and it's laughable, but still kind of funny and nostalgic in a weird way. So the Daedalus Encounter came with it, and I got all that for 40 bucks, including Gex, of course. And I found at the flea market, a lot of these are for the flea market. I didn't go to any really too many thrift stores. So one of the ones I found for $1, and it's got a cracked jewel case, is SimCity 2000. And I found a couple of Super Nintendo games. The first one being Wolfchild. Pretty interesting game. You're kind of like this glam rock looking dude with white hair. You take some pills and you turn into a wolf. When I take Vicodin, I turn into a wolf as well. And I got Super Return of the Jedi. It was the only one I was missing. I found both of these for $2 at the flea market. A piece, $2 a piece. And I just, for some reason, I don't have Super Return of the Jedi. Now, granted, it is just as hard as Super Star Wars and Super Empire Strikes Back. And this game, I was cussing like a sailor. This game had me so pissed off, flying that speeder at the beginning. I found a couple Atari 2600 games. The first one is Encounter at L5. This one's the label's going to be ridiculous to see, but it's a data age game. The guys who, I don't know, I remember them for making the Journey game, the Journey, the band game. And then this one just looked really cool. It uses the paddles, and it's kind of like a Space Invader type of game. And it's Demons to Diamonds. Interesting game. I didn't really play too much of it. Then I found, I don't know why I'm out of breath. Then I found a couple of Sega games. The first one for the Genesis is Virtua Racing. Not virtual, Virtua Racing. It's just in such a strange, big cartridge. I mean, even compared to like a 32X cartridge, it's just so big. I don't know why. I guess it was for the SVP technology, so it looked so real. The polygons just popped out at you. Then I found, for the 32X Star Wars arcade game, I don't have too many 32X games, so whenever I see them, I tend to snatch them up. Now, these two games I found for $2 a piece. The Atari games I found for 50 cents a piece. Now, I know Andrew's gaming display doesn't get much for 50 cents, but I do, and it's usually at flea markets, not usually at thrift stores, but found 3 Dreamcast games. This one here is awesome. It's Sega Rally 2. Great game. Wow, I never really played 2. But, you know, I always loved Sega Rally, but Sega Rally 2 is a great game. Then I found Quake 3 Arena, which is a lot of fun, especially if you got buddies to play it with. And I found this one I didn't play, but it's a two-player game as well, and it's called Expendable. And reading the back, it says it's got over 20 levels of adrenaline-filled action combat. Oh, you can't beat that. No, you can't. But I found all three of these for $1 a piece, so $3 for all three of those. Then I found a bunch of Nintendo 64 games. Some I have, and they'll be up for trade, like this one, which is Star Wars Episode 1 Battle of Naboo. Knockout Kings 2000. NBA Jam 2000. I didn't even know that exists. I mean, I guess I did know it existed, but I like the NBA Jam game, so. Finally, found a Star Fox 64. Good shape. The Star Fox I have is a Japanese N64 cart, and it's keyed differently on the back. So, this one I found as well, but it's Flying Dragon. It's by Natsume, which is my favorite game company, as you know, the makers of Harvest Moon. But it's a fighting game, and it's interesting. And Razor Extreme Scooter, which is actually quite fun. I got all these for $1 a piece for $6. Alright, now I'm going to move on to, well, I found a box Nintendo game, a box Tetris. Now, and this is, I mean, it's in great shape. I mean, it's just in perfect shape. It's got the styrofoam, it's got all of the, you know, it's got the manual and the poster. It's got a Mario 3 poster in here, which is kind of cool. I found this for $2 at the flea market. And then I found this at the flea market too, and she threw this in for $1. I don't know. There was a language barrier there. She was a Mexican lady, and I really couldn't understand her. And she really couldn't understand me, to be fair. So, but, weirdly enough, she sold me for $1 Viva Pinata. It's strange, but it's a great game. And this is for the PC. I got this kind of for my kids, but really fun. I got some couple eBay buys here. One is I went ahead and bought Goonies 2 for $2.50 off eBay with free shipping. What a great game. I forgot how awesome the soundtrack was for Goonies 2. I mean, if you have this for your Nintendo, just pop it in and listen to the Cyndi Lauper's Goonies Are Good Enough. The 8-bit version is so much better to me. I could just listen to that all day. But, and a great game. This is one of those games that I've talked about before that I swear I'm going to beat this game. I have played this game since it came out in 1987 and have never beaten it. And I'm going to, damn it. So, Goonies 2. And another one. Gradius. Bought that for $2 at the flea market. Great shooter. One of my favorites. Actually, my favorite is Life Force, or Salamander, I think it's called over in Europe when it came out or something. But I love that game. That was like, I think that was the first Nintendo game I had ever beaten. Alright, now, my birthday's coming up on May 13th. So, yeah, I was born on a Friday the 13th. That's probably why I have such horrible luck. But, well, when it comes to video games, I guess my luck's not too bad. But, my mom bought me all of these for just a birthday present, and with a toaster, you know, Nintendo with all the hookups and 2 controllers and all these games. You know, some of them I had, some of them I didn't, but she told me she spent a total of $30 on them. I'm like, damn, with the system, that's pretty good. So amongst them are, I'm just going to go through these fast. Rad Racer 2, Burger Time, Archon, Championship Bowling, one I didn't have, which is Tetris 2, these are going to be in a trade video too, because I have all of these, but that's your Legend of Zeldas, Dr. Mario, and Tetris. And then these ones that came with a case too. But we got Xenophobe, which is, it's always been a xenophobe. It's always been a weird name to me. I guess it's you're scared of xenomorphs. I don't know. Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, another Zelda, just the original Mario Brothers. This one's always been a cool game to me. I always like this. But that's Abadox. Very cool game. Just a side-scroller shooter. Another Tetris, another Dr. Mario, Super Mario Brothers 3, and Clax. All of those Nintendo games that I just read off to you, minus the Goonies 2 and Gradius, were $30. Now, to PlayStation 2 games. Hot Shots Golf 3. Great game. I played this with my wife last night. Whooped her ass, of course. But still a lot of fun. This one's actually for the GameCube. And that's the Quidditch World Cup. I don't know much about Harry Potter, but it's one I didn't have for the GameCube. This is for the PlayStation 2. This game I actually spent $5 on, and it was well worth it. And it is Bard's Tale. Man, I could not gush any more about this game. This game is amazing. It is such a narrative-driven story. It's a top-down dungeon crawler type of game, kind of in the vein of PC's Baldur's Gate, or kind of even like Diablo. But it has such great voice acting, great storytelling. The story really matters, and how your actions are judged, and changes the way that the game is going to be played. Very good game. Highly recommend Bard's Tale. Then Mark Echo's Not Getting It Up, which sounds like a personal problem. No, it's Mark Echo's Getting Up. Contents under pressure. You help start a revolution by tagging and spray painting. I don't know, but it's actually a really cool game. It plays very nice. It's got a really good production value. This is actually one of my favorite superhero games, and that's Spider-Man 2. Just because it's free roaming, like Grand Theft Auto 3, but you're Spider-Man and you're in New York, and you can just kind of swing around and do whatever you want, or you can follow the story. Really good game. Spider-Man 2. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix. Bought this one for my kids, which is the Polar Express. Decent game. I watched them play it, and it was not too bad for a movie tie-in game. Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War. Wow, what a cool game. Anybody who has a PlayStation 2, get this game. Even if you're not even a fighter pilot fan of, I don't know, fighter pilot simulations, it's not really about that. I mean, yeah, you are fighting in a jet and, an F-15 or whatever the hell it is, but it's a lot of fun. Great game. Spy Hunter. This is also a good game. It takes all of the aspects of the first Spy Hunter and kind of updates it for the PlayStation 2. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. This game is so funny, dude. I love playing it, and I love it whenever the cops pull up beside you and get on their bullhorn. Pull the car over! It's just funny. NASCAR 2003, I think? Yeah. Every video I gotta get my redneck on. Gotta get my redneck on, baby. Shit. I live in Florida. I'm surrounded by rednecks. Granted, I'm not a native Floridian. I am a native Michiganer, but transplanted down here. And when I did, this is Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. When I moved down here, it was a culture shock, because I'm telling you, everybody down here is either a redneck or a hillbilly. Just jokes. All right. Anyway, I'll lay off Florida for a little bit. Then I got a couple of new things that I bought here for the DS. I bought Aliens Infestation. Man, if you're a fan of Metroid and Castlevania, I'm not going to slap the two names together because I don't like when people do that. You will love this game, especially if you're a fan of the Aliens, the movie and the mythology and the canon that goes with it. It's all right here, and it's all done perfectly. I have been playing this game like crazy. Then I bought my kids for the 3DS. I bought Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. It's actually a really cool game too. I mean, I tried it. Donkey Kong Country Returns. This game, got it at GameStop. I didn't get it. My wife called me and asked me if there was anything I wanted at GameStop. I said, yeah, see if they got the new Donkey Kong Country Returns there. She comes back. She's got a black case with Donkey Kong Country Returns in it. And I said, how much was it? She said, it was $44.99. And I said, where's the box? They didn't have one. I said, that pissed me off. I'm like, damn it. And I know those guys down there, so I went the next day with the black case and my receipt, and I'm like, man, you sold me this for $45 for real? A black case, just the disc? And he goes, well, at least you got the game. And I said, yeah, well, at least that's not what I want. I want the box, I want the manual, I want everything with it. I'm not spending $45 and just getting a blank black jewel case. That's bullshit. He goes, well, we don't have any on the shelf, so we don't have any back here. And I said, you have one on the shelf. I went and got it, and I showed it to him. And he goes, well, that's our display. And I said, not anymore. I said, it's mine, and it's going home with me, or you're going to give me back my $45. Needless to say, I ended up with it. And I'm not going back to that GameStop anymore. But, yeah, the full thing here. And it even came with a working Club Nintendo code, so good times. But, man, what an awesome game this is. If you have a Wii and you want a great multiplayer game, that's where it's at. Donkey Kong Country Returns. Then I finally got my pre-order of Xenoblade Chronicles. And, thank God for Operation Rainfall, if that's what allowed it to come over here, or if that's what helped it get over here into the States, whatever. Whatever helped this game get here, God bless it. Because I've been playing this game like crazy. And, I'm sure just like all of you, you have to pick your games carefully that you want to invest time in, because you have so many games and so little time. This game is so worth your time. It has such different mechanics of your typical RPGs, and even if you're not an RPG fan, it has an action-oriented fighting system that's still kind of turn-based. I don't know, it's like they slapped a lot of different genres together in the RPG vein. Very good game, highly recommended. Go buy it. If you were pissed off at all that this game was not going to come to the States or to Canada, you have to go get this. This is the only way Nintendo is not going to pull this shit again. You have to go get it to prove to them that, hey, I invested in it. I want anything that comes out for Europe and Japan, especially if it's in English already and been localized for Europe, give it to us over here in the States as well. Makes no sense. We are just as important as anybody else, right? We got money. I mean, if that's the basis of importance, we got it over here. So come on. I also put down on my money for The Last Story too. So when that gets here in, I don't know, it just said summer sometime. When that gets here, I'll get The Last Story too. So do yourself a favor, go to your GameStop, go to wherever you buy your games, pre-order The Last Story, and also buy Xenogears. You won't be disappointed by Xenogears whatsoever. So, all of these PlayStation games, I bought them in bulk from the flea market. A really good store or booth at the flea market that I went to, and a really cool kid there. I met him, and he hooked me up with a good deal on all these. And I don't even know how many there are here, but I do know that I spent $15 on all of them. So, good deal. I made a friend. Good times. Then, just a side note, on Craigslist, I picked up a Dazzle. Just it's a cheap little Dazzle, but I picked it up for $20. And also at the flea market, I found this, and the lady gave it to me for 50 cents. Another one, Andrew. He gave it to me for 50 cents, and it's a GamePro Gear N64 boxed memory card. You know, I don't know what I didn't even know that GamePro, you know, the magazine, had their own third-party line of gear, I guess. So, and I always need memory for the Nintendo 64. I mean, that damn thing just stored memory like shit. Then lastly, I found this at the flea market as well, and I've always heard about this, but it's the VHS for Vampire Hunter D, and it's like the first animated horror film that was for adults, and it's anime, but it's like the first type of anime. So the movements are really, I think they're like motion captured from humans, but well, obviously humans, not real vampires. But anyway, it's a great story. Highly recommend it. And then at the same time, I happened to be looking at the books, and I found a manga for Vampire Hunter D, and it is by Hideyuki Kikuchi, and I'm telling you, if you're a fan of horror / mangas, you will love this. Point blank, you really might dig this. So anyway, I picked these up for $1 a piece, and it's pretty cool. That's it. That's all I got. That's the end of part 2. Whew, man, I'm beat now. I'm gonna go take a nap. But anyhow, yeah. So this is the end of my part 2 of my 100 subscriber extravaganza. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for leaving a comment. I can't tell you how much it means to me. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm sure I'll have a video response up for somebody, or I'll have another pickup video. But thanks again, and y'all take care.